My name is Chris Duper. I'm a senior product manager with Ventev Wireless Infrastructure. I manage Ventev's line of enclosures, and today we're going to talk about deploying access points in challenging locations and in tough areas. All right. The first thing we're going to talk through is our enclosure line. So this, for everybody seeing this shouldn't look new. This shouldn't look unique because by and large, it's the same enclosure line that we've offered for the past decade or more. The variable here, however, is we've modified the way we approach this line as a whole. So I've been in this for a long time. And over the years, I've seen access points come out with one lead, with two leads, with three leads, four leads, all the way up now to some are out there with 10 leads. So we rethought how we did this, and we wanted to improve the customer experience. So what we've done is instead of having a two-hole box or a three-hole box, unique solutions for particular access points, we're standardized on an 8-hole solution. So what that means is in our 12.10.5, 12 and 12.10.6 offer and 14.12.6 offer, we have 8 half-inch holes. So and we also have a 5/8-inch holes to accommodate end-style bulkheads in our 14.12.6 offer as well. So one thing we thought through is, RPTNC and RPSMA are different size connectors. RPSMA is going to be a 1/4 inch for the bulkhead, and RPSMA is going to be a 1/2 inch for the bulkhead. What we've done is we've launched a new cable assembly that incorporates a 1/2 inch bulkhead for an RPSMA connector. So from a customer experience perspective, will this solution work with the Aruba 534? Is it going to work with the MIST 43? Is it going to work for the Cisco 9120? The answer is yes across the board. The only variable becomes which cable assemblies do I purchase. In addition, because we have 8 holes, and some of these guys have 3 or 4 leads, we've included IP67 rated NEMA plugs. So any unused holes you can plug, and it will be sealed up, and again it will be protected. It's an IP67 rated solution. One other feature that we've added to this is we've included a T-bar strip. Right, so a lot of access points for several actually have only included T-bar solution, whereas a wall mount solution is a separate component. So we're including a T-bar strip that's included with the solution, and that can accommodate T-bar mounted solution. Again, the real goal of this line is to improve the customer experience, take the guesswork out of it, and simplify the offer for customers so they can go out there and do their job at a much easier level without having to choose for multiple different options. Any questions or thoughts on that? All right. So the next one is a bit more unique, and this is something I'd love to get some feedback from you guys on. So we've launched a brand new mounting system. So this is our VenFlex mounting solution. This, for all intents and purposes, is an access point mount. We have 4 different options. We're going to get into what each one does. So the VenFlex mount enables mounting an access point to a wall, leveraging the T-bar mounting T-bar solution that comes with the AP. It can be mounted to an outlet box, a single gang, dual gang, or 4x4. It can also be mounted to conduit, 3/4 inch conduit. It can also be mounted via all thread. And I've got some renderings in later slides that walk you through the different applications it can be used for. The next solution we have is a VenFlex mount, including the T-bar clip. Many of you are familiar with the T-bar clip that we designed to accommodate Aruba access points. So this is a BOM to include the T-bar clip, so you can attach an Aruba AP directly to the VenFlex mount. The next one we have is the VenFlex mount, including a T-bar clip and the swivel mount that enables you to effectively articulate an access point or attach an antenna to a T-bar grid, which more illustrations to come to talk through that. And finally, the VenFlex mount with our swivel mount. You can see this is a fairly common use case. How do you take an access point, mount it to a vaulted ceiling while keeping it in the horizontal plane? And this solves that challenge right there. So,
do any of these have a level so you can actually see what the angle is that you're installing them at?
No, it does not include a level, but that's something we've had. This is the second time somebody mentioned that over the past couple of weeks. So that's something we're certainly looking at for next gen.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. This is, again, your standard junction box solution. There's a single gang, dual gang in the middle, and 4x4 on the right. This is pretty standard across most AP manufacturers mounting plates. And here's where it gets a bit more unique. So we have, of course, single hanging all thread. You can use quad hanging all thread. You also have the option of leveraging one on each corner, and then hanging conduit. So this enables you to lower the access point from a tall ceiling. And when you think about this application, think grocery stores, right? I've seen many access points, hanging down off this, big kind of an eyesore junction box, 4x4 junction box. Bringing the AP down to about 15 feet. This is a much cleaner, thinner, lower profile solution that is concealed completely behind most access points. And of course, the conduit enables a cable management as well. All right, and here is are you leveraging the swivel? So what you see on the left, we showed the image earlier. But the value here again is enabling you to attach an access point to a vaulted ceiling while keeping it in the horizontal plane. Now, what's more unique is on the right-hand side. This is the exact same solution, but it enables you to mount it in a corner on a wall. Most of us are where the Cisco just launched the 9166D, which is an integrated directional antenna. This solution would enable you to articulate that access point to hit the target that you need to hit while mounting it to a wall. So again, a very clean, simple solution that, again, we're starting to see more access points include the integrated directional antennas. So this becomes a viable option when leveraging those APs. All right, and I talked about it a little bit earlier, but we built something else into this as well, and that's the ability to mount an antenna, leveraging either all thread or you can mount it to a T-bar grid. So a scenario where you have a T-bar grid overhead and it's a tall ceiling and you want to mount a directional antenna to a T-bar grid, the solution on the left enables you to take that T-bar clip, mount it directly to the Venplex, and the swivel mount leverages the exact same hole pattern that our articulating mounts do for the Ventev antenna line. So that, again, very, very simple solution that enables you to mount an antenna to an I-beam or to a T-bar overhead, excuse me. And finally, for all thread, it offers the same solution, can lower an antenna from a tall ceiling, lowering it to an ideal height, and then you can propagate from that point on the ceiling. Any thoughts, any questions?
Lots of thoughts. They look incredibly flexible.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, I certainly all thread mount and conduit mount. I think that those are things that a lot of existing brackets don't bring to the market today. So yeah.
Yeah, and that was really the goal is to design a solution that encompasses every single application that you may encounter, right? So Cisco has their solutions, Aruba has their solutions, but they're very specific. Their wall mounts can go to junction boxes. They can't mount on all thread. They can't mount to conduit. So it just opens up the playbook and again improves the customer experience because you're buying one product, right? You're buying one solution, and it's meeting all these needs. And by the way, it works with every single T-bar clip that generally speaking is on the market, and they're included with every AP in most cases. So it checks all boxes and again improves the planning, the deployment, and sourcing for these solutions.